provides assurance. There are four different, an audit is a form of assurance service, right? So some of the key words that you look for, key concepts when we talk about assurance, is this idea of independence, integrity, and objectivity, right? You want to know, for that assurance, right, for you to be assured about the information that's contained in those financial statements, you want to know the person is independent, the person is objective, and they have integrity, right? Because the reality is, we could have independent standards, but if the auditor lacks integrity, those standards don't matter, right? It doesn't matter. Objectivity goes out the window, and independence goes out the window. So you want to know that the person has integrity. And when we talk about professional standards, we'll talk about how the professional standards address these areas. Obviously, you want to know that assurance is a professional service. There's some element of judgment involved in that, and we talked about the judgment involved in the financial statements. It improves the quality of the information and the reliability and the relevance of that information, right? So the fact that an auditor performs an audit of financial statements and issues a clean opinion on those financial statements, right, it provides a certain level of quality. That's what we talk about, financial statement quality, right? The information contained in the financial statements is relevant and can be relied on. And obviously, assurance is for people who use that information to make a decision. When we talk about assurance services go beyond just audited financial statements, right? You can make assurance, firms can provide assurances about a number of things, but when we're talking about assurance on financial statements, the person has to be a CPA, certified public accountant. So attestation is just one type of assurance service, which an audit is a type of attestation. So in attestation, there are 5 categories. It's a type of assurance services which is performed by a CPA who issues a report about the reliability. So when you're performing attestation, you're making making attestation or assuring because a third party, such as management, is making, or the provider of that information, I should say, is making assertions about that information. And we'll talk about financial statement assertions in a couple of weeks. There are basically 5 categories of attestation service: the audit of financial statements, attestation of internal controls over financial reporting, review of historical financial statements, attestation services on information technology, and then just other types of attestation services. What we're going to talk about in the course will be number 1 and 2. Attestation regarding the audit of financial statements and attestation of internal controls over financial